Keene State volleyball senior captain Riley Bunker has been the Owls' first line of defense since she stepped on the Spalding Gym court in 2015. Against Rivier University on October 18th, she became KSC's all-time leader in digs. Riley Bunker stands 4 feet 11 inches. That's small for volleyball, but in her own way, she's one of the biggest players Keene State has ever seen. Head coach Bob Weiner says Bunker makes her size work on the court.
The fact that she is small and quick and strong and plays on the floor, she doesn't have to give her body as much as kids who are doing it without intelligence, which means that at this level, she's just better.
Bunker is the team's libero. That's the name for the position of the person in the back of the court who's responsible for keeping the ball off the ground. Bunker's job is all about digs. In volleyball, a dig is the first touch after the opponent hits the ball over the net, excluding serves. Weiner says Bunker is a natural at the position.
She is so close to the ground that her ability to take balls that you'd think are hitting the floor she does it better than someone who's even 5'5" or 5'6".
Bunker has always led the team in digs during her time here, but she never realized just how many she had until recently when Weiner talked to her about the record.
I think last year at the end of the school year, he was like, I think by next year you could probably break the record. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, hopefully. It's exciting because I didn't really expect that to happen at all. And I was like, when Coach first told me, I was like, whoa, really? Like, I had no idea.
Bunker surpassing the previous dig record is even more impressive given changes in NCAA rules a few years back. When Sarah Peterson set Keene State's all-time dig record about a decade ago at 1,883 digs, sets were played to 30 instead of 25, and there were more matches in a season than there are now.
Sarah Peterson, when she had 700 and something digs her senior year, she played 144 sets. We might play 100 sets this year, and that's if we go well into the postseason.
Bunker, who is a secondary ed and math major, knows game statistics are important, but she's humble about her success.
I've always looked at my stats a lot. After every game, I check them just to see how well I played, statistically wise. And so now I'm always on it. I always check to see how far away I am after every game.
The volleyball team has had great success as a whole this season. As of now, their record is 19-7. It would not be basketball season without a special event to fire up the fans. Here at Keene State, that event is Hootie's Nocturnal Knockout. Hundreds of students gathered in the Spalding Gymnasium November 8th for the 3rd annual Hootie's Nocturnal Knockout, where they could sign up to compete for a chance to win a number of prizes. Owl Nation hosts the pep rally to kick off the winter sports season and promote school spirit.
I know it's a lot of work to put together, but it's definitely worth it to get everybody here and excited, and maybe they meet new people or just get to know the team so then they're more likely to come support them during the season.
Each student received a free t-shirt and a raffle ticket for a chance to win tickets to a Boston Celtics game. Sophomore Denise Ronan was the lucky winner of the raffle.
It feels really good, actually. I've never won anything before, and I don't come to a lot of the activities here, but I think I might now, just because there's a lot of fun things that they do here.
The event featured men's and women's basketball, as well as performances from Keene State's dance and cheer teams. Students also participated in fun activities such as life-size Hungry Hungry Hippos and a spin on musical chairs to win other prizes such as a new TV, Apple Watch, and a GoPro. Owl Nation President Maria Aiello says it's a good way to bring students together.
I think it's really important just to come out and get together as a whole student body, as many people as we can, because we don't really get a chance to do that, and I think sports really brings people together and unifies them.
KSC faculty members got involved in a competitive game of knockout. Keene State President Melinda Treadwell says she had a blast participating in the event.
Owl Nation reaches out to several of us to see if we could be here and be part of the spirit, bringing up. So the staff and the faculty love to come out and show support for the students and kick off the winter season. So we're psyched that Owl Nation asked us to do it.
There's a lot that goes into getting ready for a basketball game. There are hours of practice, getting the team packed up and on the road. Much of that wouldn't happen if it weren't for team managers. This week, I talked to the managers of both the men's and women's basketball teams. Brandon Paul makes every practice, meeting, and game, but you won't find his name in the box score.
I played basketball in high school and I was really going to miss not being able to play. I wanted to get involved any way that I could.
He found his place in the college hardwood as the team manager. It's an all-encompassing job. He helps run the scoreboard, assist in drills, film games, and much more.
They make sure that some of those little things get done that we need done on a daily basis, and the amount of effort that goes into those things can be a lot.
It's awesome to get to be in the locker room, get the same daily speech that all the players get. So I just wanted to be as much part of the team as I could, and this is a really good way of doing it.
This year, he's also helping sophomore David Pisantes learn the ropes.
So far, loving it. I definitely plan on sticking with this in the next 2 years that I'm here.
When the women's team takes the floor, Honesty Johnson is there keeping the bench in order.
I never thought about being a manager because I play sports, so I'm not really one to be on the bench. But when I met the girls, they're really nice, and they needed a manager, and it was I'm free, so I did it. And just because how genuine and nice they are, I was I'll have a good time.
It's that spirit that makes these managers love what they do and makes them feel truly part of the team.
They definitely respect what we do for them. It makes their life quite a bit easier. This is my favorite part of the day, is coming to practice, going to games.
I just love being involved. I love meeting new people. I love making people happy. I love seeing people do great. That's just what I'm about.
Oftentimes people see the stat lines and the accomplishments of the players and, the results, right? The big wins, the tough losses, and don't get an understanding always of everything that goes into running, a high-level program and trying to be competitive. And people student managers, I think they have a huge role in a program.
Those managers and their teams will be working through the holiday break. The women tip off the 3-game road trip at Middlebury on December 29th. The men will travel to Lancaster, Pennsylvania for a tournament. Owl field hockey now has an All-American. 2 track and field athletes have top 10 national rankings, and men's basketball takes down the nation's number 12 team. Those stories and more up next on Inside Owl Athletics. Hello and welcome to the final episode of the fall semester. I'm Peter Dubois. The Keene State men's basketball team came back home for their second Little East Conference game of the season on Wednesday night, facing the Anchormen of Rhode Island College. Inside Owl Athletics' Matt Holderman reports this conference matchup was a wild one. Along with Nichols scoring 30, 4 other KSC players scored double figures, which is the second game in a row that has happened. The Owls men's basketball team went on the road to face their 3rd top 25 ranked opponent of the season last Saturday. This time, that opponent was number 12 Middlebury College. The Owls began the contest with fury, going up 14-5 in the first few minutes thanks to 7 points from C.D. Diallo. Middlebury roared back multiple times near the end of the first half, but a 3 from Edwin Izidonwin and a buzzer-beating layup from Ty Nichols gave the Owls a 10-point lead at halftime. The Panthers came back again with just under 10 minutes to go, but Nichols kept the Owls in front with this 3-point play. The number 12 team in the nation would not quit, though, tying up the game in the final minutes. But one final charge by the Owls sealed the deal. Nichols scored more points, and Miguel Prieto got this steal and layup to put Keene State ahead for good. The Owls got the win over number 12 Middlebury, 93-88. The Owls had a tough challenge trying to get their first conference win when Rhode Island College came to town. Inside Owl Athletics' Tyler DeRosa reports on how the Owls fared against the Anchorwomen. The indoor track and field team is off to a strong start. Saturday, they traveled to Smith College for a non-points meet. Lauren Perkowski is carrying her fall LEC cross-country championship momentum over to the indoor season. Saturday, she won the 5,000 meters in 17:57:37, giving her the 10th fastest time in the country. Freshman Caleb Stever won both the high jump and triple jump. His high jump of 1.95 meters is also the 10th best in the nation. The Keene State Swim and Dive team has wrapped up the fall semester with a strong showing at the MIT Invitational. Both the men's and women's 400 freestyle relay teams hit NCAA B-cut marks. Those times could qualify the Owls for the NCAA championships in March. Field hockey scoring sensation Nina Bruno can now call herself an All-American not once, but twice. Bruno has been named 3rd team All-American by Synapse Sports. She has also been named to the National Field Hockey Coaches Association 2nd team All-Americans list. Bruno had 32 goals on the season. She also had 10 assists to go along with a team-leading 74 points, making her the 16th All-American in program history. Bruno is happy that the work she has put in is being recognized on the national stage.
Obviously hard work pays off. Like, I've been working for something like this since I came to Keene. Even in high school, that was one of my goals that I never got to accomplish, but having it here is just like unreal. It's still surreal, like it hasn't like sunk in yet.
Bruno and her team finished the 2018 season as LEC champs and made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament. The Little East Conference is honoring 5 individual Owls and 1 team this week. Basketball senior Ty Nichols is the LEC Player of the Week after leading his team to a pair of wins, including the upset of number 12 Middlebury. Freshman Edwin Ezadamwin is the Rookie of the Week. Senior Katie Brandeberry is your Swimmer of the Week for the 3rd time this season. The senior had a B-cut qualifying time in the 400 free relay at MIT. Track and field freshman Shannon Parks is your Women's Rookie Field Athlete of the Week, following a 2nd place finish in shot put at the Smith Invitational. Teammate Caleb Stever is the Men's Rookie Field Athlete of the Week for his wins in the high jump and the triple jump at Smith. And finally, the 4x200 women's relay team is your LEC Relay Team of the Week after a 1st place finish at the Smith Invitational. Team members include Amanda Deppert, Nicole Dalmadia, Taylor Basalian, and Skylar Gauthier. Your Owl Athletes of the Week are Lauren Perkowski and Edwin Ezadamwin. Perkowski's dominating 5,000-meter run over the weekend has qualified her for the New England Division III and Open New England Championships. Along with his LEC award this week, Ezadamwin scored double digits against UMass Boston and in the big win over Middlebury. Congratulations to all of our Athletes of the Week. The Student Athlete Advisory Committee is a group of student athletes that represent the voice of their respective teams. Inside Owl Athletics correspondent Kayla Prisco talks to the president of SAC, Sam Sullivan, back in the studio. Track and field on the road and a home basketball doubleheader close out the semester sports schedule. Track and field will be in Providence this weekend for the Rhode Island College Invitational. Events begin at 11. Back here on campus, the women's and men's basketball teams are hosting UMass Dartmouth in a doubleheader. The women tip off at 1 and the men follow at 3. Remember, you can watch all Keene State home contests through the Owl Athletics website. Just go to KeeneOwls.com, click on the Game Day tab, then select Live Broadcasts. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com, Game Day, and then Live Broadcasts. This is our final program before we break for the holidays. We'll be back in 2019 with more Inside Owl Athletics. Thanks for watching, happy holidays, and we'll see you February 1st.